Health Secretary Francisco Duque III presented in the Senate Committee of the Whole the vaccination plan once COVID-19 vaccines will be available in the country. The government has set more than 4,000 vaccination sites for the rollout of COVID-19 vaccines. The health chief said there will be 3 vaccination teams each site. A number of people will be vaccinated per day.
To be exact, it's 4,512 delivery sites for the vaccination. And each one will have 3 vaccination teams. Each team will have 6 members. It's 300 per day.
300
per vaccination site.
Part of the vaccination plan, recipients will be monitored whether they will manifest adverse events or side effects after being vaccinated.
Ang mga pasyente nito ay magkakaroon ng sariling QR code at unique identifier na ipakikita sa araw ng pagbabakuna. Sa pamamagitan nito, atin pong i-monitor ang mga pasyente na nabakunahan ng first and second dose.
7 pharmaceutical companies have committed to supply COVID-19 vaccines in the country, according to Vaccine Czar Secretary Carlito Galvez Jr. The country will spend 82.5 billion pesos for 148 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines. Secretary Galvez also said supply of vaccines will depend on the amount manufacturers can give depending on each country's demand.
We are very surprised that the vaccine makers are very generous na talagang they're been very fair to us. Alam nila na pagka mahirap ka ng country, may special allocation po tayo. But now that we have now on the final stage of our negotiation, lumaki po ang volume ng 148.
With the said amount and number of vaccines, the government targets to vaccinate 50 to 70 million Filipinos this 2021. 35 million Filipinos aged 18 to 59 years are prioritized to receive COVID-19 vaccines. WHO Country Representative Dr. Rabindra Abiyasin explained why this age bracket is advisable to receive COVID-19 vaccines.
It has not been tried out in children less than 16 years. For 2 reasons. One was the fact that the incidence of the disease was very low in children, and so they were not prioritized. So there will be further research happening in the future when it will be clear whether children should be vaccinated or not. But at this point of time, we are not clear on that.
Secretary Galvez reported that Pfizer and COVAX are set to provide 40 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines. Novavax is also expected to supply some 40 million doses. AstraZeneca, Sinovac, and Gamaleya are prepared to sell 25 million doses each. COVID-19 vaccines may roll out next month once COVID-19 vaccines are delivered.
So meaning the indicative dates, it might fall early or or delivery will be late by 1 week or 2 weeks. So to say, we will be having at the last or maybe last week of February.
Based on Food and Drug Administration's update, the emergency use authorization of Pfizer and AstraZeneca will be issued this month.
It's a product that we're using under emergency use. Pag ganun po, yung mga kumpanya, hindi rin po sila nagtitake ng responsibility para sa kanilang produkto. Ang national government po will take responsibility for using a product that is still under development. Kaya po hindi pa nila maaaring ibenta.
Meanwhile, yesterday, the Philippine government has secured 30 million doses of COVID-19 vaccine from Covovax Serum Institute of India. The agreement was signed on Saturday between Vaccine Czar Secretary Carlito Galvez Jr. and the said institution. Aiko Miguel, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.